maybe two parts of your questions. First one on the correspondence received by High Representative. We never comment in public about what he receives, if he receives it. We say only that whoever writes to High Representative gets an appropriate response via appropriate channels. So this is not for public commentaries. And on the other part of your question, when it comes to listings and sanctions in general, exactly as Dana outlined before, we never comment on the process of preparing sanctions, discussing sanctions, modifying sanctions, reviewing sanctions, or process leading to the adoption of the sanctions, because this is something in the competence of the member states who are conducting these discussions in the confidentiality. These are confidential discussions. That's why we are not at liberty to discuss anything related to them in public, and this is something you have to live with. I will just repeat that the process of discussing the sanctions, the modifications, the possible modifications of the sanctions, beefing up the sanctions, scaling down the sanctions, discussing or adopting derogations, exceptions, etc., it's all done among the member states, and this process is confidential. So this is not for us to comment on what might be logical, what might be possible, what might be happening. The only thing we can say is the member states are taking greatest care, together with the institutions which supply, of course, proposals or information feeding into this process. We are very careful in order to put on the sanctions list the ways we want to have these sanctions adopted so that we achieve the main aim. And the main aim of the sanctions is to reduce the capacity of the Kremlin to finance this brutal, illegal, inhuman terrorist aggression against Ukraine, and at the same time to prevent any undesired side effects on those who are not the target of these sanctions. But everything related to this process, how it's made, how it's adopted, is confidential.
Thank you. Any other questions for Peter, because he's now on the podium?